I was, hello. Should we do some transitory crowd work while we do that? What's your name? Fraser, very nice to meet you. And who are you with? Verity, very nice to meet you, Verity. And Verity, what do you do for a living?
I'm a student.
You're a student, what are you studying? Law and International Relations, very good. Fraser, what do you do? Economics, very good. Very fun.
What do you do for a living?
Drive-by hack. You've all witnessed a hit and run. Like, what are you fucking doing?
I fucking love American men, and I know the girls in the room are going to be like, no, don't do it, oh my god, don't make it worse. Like, I just want to say, I know you're all into British men, all the girls think, oh my god, they're British guys. Oh my god. They're not all Henry Cavill and Hugh Grant, you know that. Like, here's the thing about the British man, if they think there's even the vaguest possibility of maybe one day being rejected or like just not being loved quite as much as their mother loved them, there's like an English shaped man hole in the door where they walk through, so like, just like a puff of smoke and a gone. I've had this actual conversation with an American man. I've been like, look, I'm not interested, I'm never going to shag you, and honestly I'm probably never even going to hold your hand, and they're like, huh. Long game it is.
Reviewers are scared because I'll just banish them, and I'll just take over the world, rise like a falcon, and hold a little baby and say you could be a comedian too, and I just keep it moving. You know, that's my whole plan. Everyone's got their plan. That's my way of doing it.
Hi, I'm Marcus, and I'm the idiot on the comedy circuit. I've asked a group of comedians some questions on how to start and succeed in the world of stand-up comedy. Subscribe to this channel to see what their answers were, as well as to chart my progress on stage, be it crushing or crashing. More likely the latter than the former. You can also follow my progress on social media. I am ION Comedy on Twitter and ION Comedy Circuit on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Here is today's video.
Oh, for sure. I think anytime you have a bad gig, you suddenly think, oh God, I've been getting away with it for this whole time. Anytime it doesn't work, you go, oh God. And you do kind of feel like you're getting away with it. It is a strange art form where you're just on, it feels weird almost when you're doing it, because you are just talking, and then it seems to work. And obviously you've worked very hard on the jokes or whatever. But my friend Robbie had a very helpful thing where I had a bad gig after a run of lots of good gigs, and I said, oh God, I had this terrible gig. I think I really need to work on the set. And he just said to me, yeah, that audience were right and all the other ones were wrong. And it just really clarified for me that, yeah, of course, sometimes you just have a bad night. It doesn't mean you have to. And it's good to take on the feedback of the audience and work on stuff and use it to drive you to be better and work on your stuff. But I think, yeah, just that thought of like, everyone has a bad gig now and then, but the overwhelming majority of times, if it's going well, then trust the overall thing. Don't let one bad gig make you, but it still does. Like when you have one bad gig, you go, oh, well, I'm a bad comedian, but then you have a good one, you think you're class.
Do you know what I actually think, and I'm being really honest about this, and this won't be very popular, is that I think I had the exact opposite of imposter syndrome, which is why I was having a bad run. I have had imposter syndrome more recently. October, I had a couple of monster gigs that I was terrified of and really felt imposter syndrome and had to have a real chat with myself about like, but you got these gigs. You've got these gigs. They asked you to do these gigs. They've seen your clip. They've seen your stuff. You're meant to be here. The bad run in 2018, I call superstar syndrome, which was, I thought I was a superstar, and I was coming off an unbelievable run in Chicago and had to come back to London and earn my stripes again. And I'm not against that. I will earn my stripes in any city in the world. I don't have a problem with that. But the problem I had in London was that I felt I was like getting up at these rooms, having a great set, and then not being asked back, or not having emails responded to, or not having feedback that was there in the room. And actually, I think ego was my downfall on that one. I think had I come back and expected nothing from London, I'd have worked it out, and I'd have done exactly what I did in Chicago, which is just shut my mouth and hustle, just work, just write, get up, work. But I think I probably came back with superstar syndrome, so I didn't understand why the bookers didn't value me as highly as I valued me at the time. So, and then when that sets in, comedy's over, because you're going up with an ego, and you're going up angry, and you're going up like, I should be doing a 15 hit, like, and the audience know, especially an English audience, by the way, that was the big thing. American audiences like confidence. American audiences really like, I mean, look at their guys, like, look at any Chicago Laugh Factory, like, the Chicago boys are getting up like, dude, I'm the fucking dog, man, I'm the fucking dog, this is the fucking dog, and the audience are like, oh my God, he's the fucking dog, he's the fucking dog. If I do that in England, I'm dead. I'm dead before I've even said my first joke. If you turn up to a London crowd, go on stage and be like, you're lucky to have me, they'll be like, oh, we're leaving. Do you know what I mean? So I actually think that my frustration was down to ego, and that was an undoing.
Not to sound so overly confident, which because for years everybody's always told me to do stand-up comedy. I feel like this is exactly where I should be, but I didn't realize like being funny off a stage. Like, I'm the guy at the barbecue telling stories and got everyone surrounding and listening to me. I've been doing stand-up in parties, at the funeral, at the, you know, we're just in the corridor at school. So you're working on this. That's where the confidence comes from. So, and they're being told, oh, you should be doing stand-up. And I'm like, oh, no. But secretly inside, yes, I should be doing it. So as soon as I embarked on it and everything's just started to form, this year's been, first of all, I just want to say I'm very humble, very lucky. It's been a very amazing year for me, and I'm just on a totally another path. So getting in it and then getting the results that I'm getting, I'm like, literally, like, this is exactly where I should be. And so there is no imposter syndrome, because I feel like this is exactly where it is. And I also know I've watched so many podcasts from the 90s, not from the 90s, but comedians from the 90s, from the early 2000s, talking about the hardships of comedy, the getting, you know, bombing, all those experiences. So I feel that they, like, viscerally, those listening to all their experiences, I know that I'm like, this is all part of a journey. And I think within comedians, when they're starting off in it, they're on that journey, they should always feel that all of these feelings I have, or feeling that I shouldn't be here, is part of the journey. Because this isn't normal. You ain't supposed to grab a mic in front of people and every few seconds there has to be emotion in the crowd. It's a hard thing to do. So I always knew, so being here, basically, I don't feel that I feel I'm in the right spot. But when I do, and I think a lot of comedians do get imposter syndrome, is when you get a bad gig, all right? When it's really bad, and then you lose confidence in yourself.
And that was today's video. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the notification bell to be prompted when a new video comes out. And don't forget to follow me on social media, ION Comedy on Twitter and ION Comedy Circuit on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Okay, bye-bye.